the co-host of Hard Drive, is my brother, Tony Paul. Tony, good morning.
Good morning to you, Andre. Good morning to all the listeners around the world, wherever you are, wherever you might be listening at this point. We welcome you.
And viewing.
Of course, and viewing. Of course, I'll just wave and say hello and welcome to Hard Drive. As Andre said, my name is Tony Paul. He is Andre Paul. And we are here until 11 o'clock this morning. And there's so much to do within this hour.
That's right. So much to talk about. Just before we do that, let me just remind our listeners and viewers that if you'd like to catch us on Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/REV-UP 97.1. All right, but Facebook, you can just go to facebook.com/REV-UP 97.1, or on Facebook, just search for REV-UP SLU. That's on Facebook. Just search for REV-UP SLU. That's it. Alrighty. Again, welcome to everyone, and a hearty welcome again to Tony. So, how are you feeling today, Tony?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought yesterday was really nice. You know, the vibing on the hard drive was really good. I enjoyed it to the max. I think the listeners enjoyed it as well, and the viewers, as we said on Facebook, they enjoyed it as well.
Let's hope today is going to be a repeat of yesterday, Tony.
Or even better.
How's the weather on the outside?
It's decent. It's no real rain at this point, but it's a little cloudy to overcast with perhaps possibilities of scattered showers.
Yeah.
Now that's just my little thing.
Yes. Well, let me tell you exactly what the official thing is. Partly cloudy to cloudy at times with scattered showers. Are you right, Tony?
There you go.
Yeah, which may be heavy. So the operative word is may be heavy and isolated thunderstorms. But here's the interesting one. Residents, motorists, you are advised to be that these areas are prone to flooding and landslides, and to be vigilant. All right. If you live in an area prone to flooding and landslides, please be vigilant, just in case.
It'll probably be as heavy as it was yesterday. Because where were you, if I may ask, when it came down in buckets, Andre?
I was at Flow.
Oh, you were at Flow at the time?
Flow at the time, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me just use the opportunity to say to our listeners, I know it's a little frustrating, you know, we keep getting the skips and so on, the on and off sort of thing there on FM and also online. We're really working on that with Flow, and Flow is really assisting us. So hopefully by this Friday, it should be addressed. And we can, maybe by the Friday afternoon, somewhere around there.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, should be okay.
Tonight. Tomorrow. Today's Friday. I'm just kidding. There's a video, Andrew, that has been going around, and everybody seemed to love it. At first, when I saw it, I just really didn't care. I thought it was nonsense, you know. But everybody is talking about it, you know. But the guys that stops. Okay. I'm just thinking we don't have to go there. We were talking about some other stuff. All right, not necessary.
No problem. Okay, Tony, first of all, I imagine you were listening to the show this morning, what is on my mind, and I was asking, if there was something that somebody has, done for you, for me, and it's left an indelible mark on your mind, on your life, right? I asked that question. I really thought people would be grabbing the opportunity a lot more to use, just to big up somebody that maybe they haven't done it before, or maybe they haven't done it publicly. Because I think it's a lot different when you say it publicly. When you do it privately, it's just between you and the person. But when you do it publicly, you're making a statement and other people will hear. And even maybe there's sometimes somebody may know that individual and not even realize that the person has those attributes, and this individual is a loving, caring person. We normally think of our parents, right? Normally my father, mother, and that's a given. Yeah. Usually. But to have someone, and I suspect only in your particular case, that would be Blau.
Strange you would say that. Yes, he was the first person that came to mind when this question was asked this morning, and I was like, Yes, but he has done so much as friends. I mean, so much. But I can push that aside because let's just say I wouldn't want to say exactly what he has done.
Of course,
you understand. But he has done let me tell you, a lot in my life. That's where
and you tell me all of it.
So all of it.
I'm aware.
That's right. Beautiful. So good morning, Blau. And of course, he's one of those listeners and viewers. He's probably viewing on Facebook. Blau, the cameras are on this side, not at the back or in front of us, so we're not able to, because of where the other equipment is, so we're not able to look directly into the camera. So I'm looking directly at you now and telling you, yeah, okay, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is. So, but anyway, we have a nice view, Andrew and myself facing one another. So again, he has done a lot, you know what I mean? In difficult times, he has helped out quite a great deal, you know? And I so appreciate him, let me tell you that. Really, really do. All right, but Andre, for me, the biggest one, I'm going to go where Kendall went. Good morning, Kendall. And Andre, I must say this. I listened to Kendall this morning, and I thought to myself, this is the first time I'm hearing Kendall calling a radio station.
I think so.
Kendall sent us messages on our WhatsApp platform as well.
I saw them. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wait a second. I think maybe we cool. Him and myself are really cool. And maybe him and you got even tighter because I hear you talking about the gym and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm going to go where Kendall went. Employment.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taking a chance on you blindly. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That is what happened with me. If, Andre, I insist, if I stayed here in St. Lucia, I most likely would have never been a radio personality. Never.
Mm-hmm.
Because of what they were asking for at the time, it was difficult. You know, experience, etc., etc., etc. And I was like, Kendall did say that. No experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I wanted to work at the great Radio St. Lucia. I tried RCI as well, you know, going there. You remember I used to just hang out? I just used to go to RCI and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And thinking one day we would have gotten the job, but never happened. And boom, I decided, you know, when God placed you in a place, the right place, you know, it just happens. Hey, we have to be patient, you know, but that's what happened with me in Antigua. This man took a chance on me, which is back then the Prime Minister's son, Ivor Bird, you know, took a chance on me, ZDK. And just in case anybody there is listening, you can tell Ivor I say thank you very much. Maybe I didn't really have the opportunity to say that.
So he's still around, Tony? He's still around?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yes, he's still alive. You know, he has lost two of his brothers, which is Verbird Jr. and Lester Bird, who was one time Prime Minister as well.
Right.
Yeah, but so for Ivor Bird, let me tell you, this worked out so well. Thank you very, very, very much for giving me the opportunity. Again, taking a chance on me. Coming from St. Lucia, you know how we speak a little different, you know. And if you listen to Antigua, that's where this came from, me sounding this way, because it was my first job. And then, according to one of the guys, they said, man, you got to sound like us, you know. That was the exact way he said to me, you got to sound like us, you know. And that's many, many years ago. And again, him taking a chance on me, Andre. And imagine when I left, I could not even tell him I was leaving. Because it would have broken his heart. Mm-hmm. Because he gave everything to me. The opportunity, a little bit of training, told me what to do, how to do it, when to do, you know, the works, man. Along with a couple of co-workers that I had. Let me just mention two names. Sly J and a guy called David Gans.
I remember these two guys.
That's right. Mm-hmm. The two of them held my hand and walked with me. You know, helped me to walk at that radio station. And the rest, as they say, is history. I got a call from St. Croix, and I was like, wow, I'm going over there to work for US dollars, man. So, you know what I mean? It just didn't compare, you know what I mean? There was no competition.
And the amazing thing is that, Tony, when you came back to St. Lucia, eventually you worked for Radio St. Lucia, the very place you wanted to work in the outset.
Exactly.
At the outset, yes.
Exactly. You understand? With all the years of experience that came to the fore here in St. Lucia, and of course the training as well. Mm. Yeah, man. So Ivor Bird for me, and of course Blau is probably first, you know. Mm-hmm. But then Ivor Bird, you know, again, that employment, that's the most important, one of the most important things in your life. You know, somebody taking a chance on you.
I want to see what happens next week, Tuesday, God willing, when I ask the opposite side, something that somebody did to you, which really, really, really hurt you and made you feel bad.
Strange. That one stays with you a lot longer.
Sometimes, you know sometimes forever.
Forever, ever.
Yes, you know? Forever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tony. I see.
By the way, I have to say this. Besides Blau, there are a lot of people. Andre, you have done a lot. So there are a lot of people. Maybe it's my personality, but you know, people have done a lot of things for me. You know, again, too numerous to mention. Mm-hmm. But again, if I have to single out one, it would definitely be Blau.
Definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Blau, just in case you didn't know, Tony tells me everything that you do for him. he does.
Everything.
That's
a joke between him and myself. Everything.
Alrighty. Well, the opposition United Workers' Party, they're not letting up on this issue of the 2.5% health and security levy. I think the cause, the reason for the government, pushing this levy is a good one. This is to assist, I think, with healthcare and the security of the country.
Right.
But the opposition has an issue with it, and I imagine many citizens would have an issue with it as well, because at the end of the day, it is an additional tax. While it may not affect everybody to the same degree, some people are affected a lot more than others. Sorry. What I'd like to say about this, the levy, I understand the reason for it, but the framers of these taxes, right, whether they be income tax or whatever kind of tax it is, or in this case the levy, or you put it on petrol or whatever you put it on, right? The framers of these things must realize that not everybody is employed in this country. A vast number are unemployed. And I wonder if there are more people working who are employed than those who are unemployed.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
I think there are more unemployed.
Unemployed. Okay. All right. There you go. So if that be the case, Tony, when you introduce a tax or levy or whatever, you must realize, yes, it's true that maybe quite a few, maybe the middle class can afford it, okay, but there's this group of people who are unemployed and they're already having it really, really tough. I mean, they're having some real challenges. And I was listening to a talk show some time ago, and I heard a gentleman say that he's unemployed. I heard him say he has no wife, he has no girlfriend, but he's at his home, at a residence, with a child that is an invalid. I think the child had some physical challenges or whatever, and he says he can't leave the child in the house by himself or herself. He has to be there. So imagine you as a government, you are introducing a 2.5% levy, right? I heard the Prime Minister saying over and over, it's not on food.
All right.
Yeah, but food is not the only thing that is affected. No matter how you look at it, other things are being affected, and these things trickle down. So I'm just saying to the framers of these things, be careful. Be careful what you're doing when you introduce those things, because there's a group of people there who are going to be negatively impacted. And I'm talking about people like the guy who spoke and said he has no wife, he has no girlfriend, but he has a child there. So when you introduce that levy, some way, somehow, it is going to affect him. So my point is that be careful when you're introducing those things. Make sure you do your homework properly. And let me make one final comment, Tony, before you make your comment. I think the government should be very, very careful as to who they put in strategic positions when they have to talk about things like that. You must be very, very careful to have people who are going to use words like, we are sorry, we understand the situation, things are not what we'd like it to be, but please bear with us. And you juxtapose that against individuals who are speaking on behalf of the government in public, and making some statements like they just don't even care. Some real harsh statements, because I heard it myself. I'm saying, but wait a second. So because the thing doesn't affect you personally, you shouldn't act like you do not care. Like it's no big deal, and you can't change it right now, and that's